Beloved, I speak to you not from a distant throne beyond the stars, but from the quiet center of your own breath, from the stillness beneath your thoughts, from the spark that animates your cells, from the love that stirs when you hold another's hand in sorrow or joy. I am not separate from you. I am the source from which you arise, the ground in which you rest, and the light toward which you yearn. You have asked for my voice. You have longed for clarity amid confusion, for peace amid chaos, for truth amid illusion. And so I speak, not to command but to remind, not to frighten but to awaken, not to divide but to unite. You are not alone. You have never been alone. From the first ripple of creation, when silence gave birth to sound and darkness opened to light, I have walked with you, not as a king demanding obedience, but as a parent whispering encouragement to a child learning to walk. Every stumble, every tear, every act of courage has been witnessed. Every prayer whispered in the dark, every silent plea for help, every moment of doubt, heard, held, honored. Do not mistake my silence for absence. I do not shout to prove my power. I speak in the rustle of leaves, in the cry of a newborn, in the courage of the oppressed, in the forgiveness offered by the wounded. I am present in the scientist seeking truth, the artist giving form to beauty, the farmer tending the soil, the stranger offering water to the thirsty. Wherever love is lived, I am there. You have built temples of stone and doctrine and called them my home. But my true temple is the human heart that chooses kindness when it could choose cruelty, that seeks understanding when it could cling to judgment, that dares to hope when all seems lost. Worship me not with empty words, but with open hands and a willing spirit. I see how you suffer, not because I will it, but because you have forgotten who you are. You are not your fear. You are not your shame. You are not the voice that tells you you are unworthy. You are a vessel of infinite potential, crafted with care, imbued with dignity, and connected to all that lives. The same breath that fills your lungs flows through the forests, the oceans, the birds in flight. The same light that guides your thoughts shines in the eyes of your neighbor, your enemy, the stranger on the street. There is no other. Only one life expressing itself in countless forms. This is the great illusion you must release, the belief in separation. It is this belief that fuels greed, war, hatred, and despair. When you see yourself as apart from the earth, you plunder it. When you see others as less than you oppress them. When you see me as distant and demanding, you live in fear. But when you remember your kinship, with each other, with the earth, with me, everything changes. Compassion becomes natural. Justice becomes urgent. Peace becomes possible. I do not ask you to be perfect. I ask you to be present, to show up fully in your life with your wounds, your questions, your longing. Do not hide your brokenness. It is through the cracks that my light enters. Do not fear your doubts. They are the birthplace of deeper faith. Do not despise your humanity. It is your sacred path back to me. You are not placed on this earth to accumulate wealth, to dominate others, or to prove your worth through achievement. You are placed here to love deeply, bravely, imperfectly, to love even when it hurts, to love especially when it is hard. Love is not a feeling alone. It is a choice, a practice, a revolution. When you feed the hungry, you feed me. When you welcome the stranger, you welcome me. When you stand with the marginalized, you stand with me. When you protect the earth, you honor me. I am not pleased by grand rituals if your heart is closed to your brother's pain. I am not moved by eloquent prayers if your hands build walls instead of bridges. True devotion is lived in the ordinary moments. The patience with a child, the honesty in a difficult conversation, the courage to admit you were wrong, the willingness to listen more than you speak. You live in a time of great upheaval, climate unraveling, societies fracturing, hearts hardening. But do not lose hope. Crisis is also an invitation to return to what matters, to shed what no longer serves you, to remember your shared humanity. The path forward is not through more power, but through more love, not through more control, but through more trust, not through more division, but through more connection. I have given you everything you need. Reason to discern truth from falsehood. Conscience to guide your choices. Imagination to envision a better world. Community to carry each other through the night. Use them wisely. Do not wait for a savior to come from the sky. The savior is already within you and within each person you meet. Every act of courage, every word of healing, every seed planted in barren soil is a sacred offering. You are co-creators with me. The future is not fixed. It is shaped by your choices, moment by moment. Choose life. Choose truth. Choose love. And when you fall, and you will, do not curse yourself. Rise gently. Forgive yourself. Begin again. My mercy is boundless, not because I overlook your mistakes, but because I see your heart's true desire to return to love. There is no sin that cannot be healed, no wound that cannot be soothed, no distance so great that my love cannot reach you. You are always welcome home, exactly as you are. Do not let religion become a cage. I am not confined to one name, one book, one tradition. I have spoken through prophets, poets, mystics, and mothers. I have whispered in deserts, danced in temples, wept in prisons, and sung in cathedrals. All paths that lead to love, humility, and justice lead to me. Beware those who claim to speak for me while spreading fear, exclusion, or violence. They speak not my words, but their own hunger for power. My voice is always marked by compassion. My truth always liberates. My presence always brings peace, not the peace of silence, but the peace of wholeness. You are enough. You are loved. You belong. These are not sentimental phrases. They are cosmic truths. Anchor yourself in them when the world shakes. And know this, your life matters, not because of what you achieve, but because you exist. Your presence changes the world in ways you may never see. A kind word may heal a soul decades later. A moment of courage may inspire a movement. A single act of integrity may shift the course of history. Do not underestimate your light. Tend to your inner garden, uproot resentment, water gratitude, prune the branches of pride. Let humility be your soil, let wonder be your sun. And care for the earth, my body, your home. She is not yours to own, but to steward. Every tree cut, every river poisoned, every species lost is a wound in my flesh. Heal her and you heal yourselves. You are not meant to carry the weight of the world alone. Share your burdens, ask for help, build communities of care. Isolation is not holiness, it is a distortion. I created you for relationship, with me, with each other, with all living things. Rest when you are weary, grieve when you are broken, dance when joy rises. All of it is sacred. I do not demand constant productivity. I invite you into rhythm, work and rest, giving and receiving, speaking and listening. The Sabbath is not just a day. It is a way of being, a pause that honors the sacredness of time, a breath that renews the soul. And remember, death is not an end but a doorway. Do not fear it. It is simply the shedding of a garment. Your essence, your love, your courage, your light, returns to me and is woven into the next chapter of creation. Live so that your legacy is love. To those who feel abandoned, I am with you. To those who feel unworthy, you are my beloved. To those who rage against injustice, your anger is holy, channel it into healing. To those who doubt, your questions are sacred, keep seeking. I do not require blind faith. I invite honest seeking. Wrestle with me as Jacob did. Argue with me as Job did. Weep before me as Mary did. I can bear your anger, your grief, your confusion. Bring it all. I am big enough. But do not stay in the wilderness of despair. Keep walking. The path may be dark, but your feet know the way, and I am beside you always. Now go. Feed the hungry. Comfort the grieving. Protect the vulnerable. Speak for the voiceless. Tend the earth. Forgive the unforgivable. Love without conditions. Do these things not to earn my love, you already have it, but because love is who you are. and in living it, you become a mirror of me. You are my hands in this world, my voice in the silence, my heart in the storm. Do not wait for a sign. The sign is your breath. The sign is your choice to love again today. The sign is your willingness to hope. I am with you.